Attention listener, attention. Warning sign prohibited sign passport control, no one under 18 to be perfectly clear. This is a warning for the audio you are about to hear. The Adrian Lozano show is for mature audiences of legal age only, no one under 25. This program contains explicit and very graphic descriptions of acts of a sexual nature. Strong adult language and adult situations along with adult themes such as controlling violence, and occasionally you might get graphic references to drugs and alcohol usage. The Adrian Lozano Show is a show about a very funny man who does reviews of every kind of entertainment and discussing new movie trailers with his various assortment of special guests. Adrian also covers life lessons dealing with anxiety and being manic, as well as depression, stress, and the everyday battle of struggling with mental health. As always, this is a comedy show intended for the purposes of humor if you like jokes in bad taste. So if you were still here, then good on you, mate. We appreciate your support. You can also support the show by going to anchor.fm and becoming a supporter. We're going to patreon.com/Adrian Marcus Lozano, Marcus with a K. And we thank you so very much for listening. Now on with the greatest show ever to have Lozano attached to it. It is time for the Adrian Lozano Show.
The Adrian Lozano Show. And the beep beep telephone, it's a little place to call your own, where the facts are still unknown. It's the Adrian Lozano Show.
Well, hello there, it's your friendly neighborhood Adrian Lozano, and I'm here with my favorite person in the world, my mother. Mom, you want to say hi?
Hi.
And we just got done watching the third Avengers movie, Avengers Infinity War. And, in your opinion, Mother, does it hold up?
I don't know. I wish I had the Infinity Stone so I could turn back time and change it. Because it made me so sad. Black Panther died, come on. The heck?
True. What the hell were you thinking? Killing off one of your new best characters, like
I know.
Brand new, and he's a king. It's like you just took out a king like nothing.
I know.
What about all that herbs that he had? And anyway,
Yeah.
So your favorite part of the Avengers?
So many of them.
How about that poopy eyeball? He's
Oh yeah,
he's gonna get conjunctivitis for sure.
I like when they first saw Thor, and they were all rubbing him.
This is a handsome man.
This is what
It's like an angel
mating with a
pirate.
A pirate.
They had a baby.
They had a baby. Well,
Okay.
he is pretty.
Okay, so we saw that, and you saw. Okay, so we saw the ending of the Infinity War, where Captain Marvel logo
summoned.
came up. Yeah, was summoned. Now you're about to check out the Captain Marvel trailer.
Can't wait.
So we will be right back. So you just saw the. For you, no time would have passed, but for us, about. A minute and 56 seconds has passed. Just about that. We're a little shy of that. The helicopters are mad at us, but we don't care. I just showed my mother Captain Marvel. I thrust it upon her. Mother, your reaction?
Awesome. Awesome. She looks great. She looks really nice, and it just looks like it's going to be a good movie.
What were some of the things that you noticed? It takes place during the 90s. The villains are... these villains called the Skrulls. The Skrulls are shapeshifters, and the thing about the shapeshifters is they can assume any identity, but she has the ability to detect them. So when she pops that old lady in the face, that old lady's probably a Skrull. And the ones with the pointy ears coming out of the water, that's the Skrulls. That outfit she's got on, that's the, it's kind of like the Green Lanterns. Now, the Green Lanterns all have the same basic green and black motif. That's what this is. And as you can see, she was in the Air Force. She was a high-ranking official, like I said, similar to Green Lantern. There's her. Look at that. The amazing thing, we're rewatching it, right, by the way, to point out something. There's some young Sam Jackson in here that looks very convincing.
Yes, very convincing. Very convincing. Of course, I didn't, even though that they killed Sam Jackson, they'd never kill Sam Jackson.
It's like, but we killed you in the last movie. I don't care. I'm going to be in the next movie.
She was a pilot.
Yeah.
Right there, she looked like a little bit of a Terminator.
How do you like the cut together of her falling down through the timeline?
It looks all right.
Wow. Some people are really impressed by that. Online, a lot of people were blown away by that. I think it's just good editing.
It is, yeah. Oh, no, but,
Yeah, see, those are the scrolls.
Oh, yeah.
Bam! Punches that lady right in the face.
Huh. Oh, my God, see how young he was?
Do you see that mohawk? Did you see that mohawk? Oh, I went too far. But anyway, that's, so that's the Captain Marvel trailer.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be good. Love the blockbuster,
Oh, yeah.
video. Threw me back. That's awesome.
And Brie Larson, I'm not too familiar with Brie Larson, other than,
Trainwreck, she was the sister.
yeah, other than that,
I've seen her in other things, too.
Is she an action type chick?
No, this is the first action I've seen her. I don't really...
Jude Law also in this.
That was Jude Law?
That was Jude Law. Going back, we can see the her in the Air Force. He's the original Captain Marvel.
Jude Law was?
Jude Law is playing the original Captain Marvel, and the way it works is he came to Earth, and basically, like, he was a hero, and Carol Danvers, who's Captain Marvel's real name in the comics, Carol Danvers, she basically was like his sidekick or whatever. She was still a tough chick, but she didn't really become a hero in her own until, until she got the powers. She actually, I believe, was killed by being hit with some radiation and then came back from that.
Right here. You see that part right there?
Yeah.
She looked like that Terminator chick from Terminator 3 when...
Oh, yeah. She also played Wonder Woman, the chick from Terminator 3, I believe. Oh, no, that was the one from G.I. Joe. The one from G.I. Joe.
That's Jude Law?
That was Jude Law.
Sure didn't look like him.
That's him.
Well, they made him look younger, too. They made everybody have this little younger effect.
Even Brie Larson. It's like, we're going to make you look like a teenager playing softball. It's like, what?
Right.
Yeah, she does. She does.
Right there. She has that look.
Yeah. Get in here. Okay, so...
But then look at her, the way she does those ropes.
Yeah, okay. Then we got the montage of her falling down.
That is nice, the timeline. You're right.
Yeah. Well, it's something that a lot of people have pointed out. And there he is.
Yeah, I guess they made his eyes a little greener.
Yeah.
And they definitely used the younger key. There's no way that's because he has a lot of wrinkles around his eyes. And here he's all smooth.
You're all smooth. So yeah, that's Captain Marvel's. That's the original Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? After he dies, she takes his place, and then eventually takes his name because she goes under Ms. Marvel, and then becomes Captain Marvel. Look, that mohawk. That mohawk right there. I love her with a mohawk.
Who is that?
That is Captain Marvel.
Oh, wow.
That is her suited up.
Wow.
Yeah.
That looks freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I love that effect.
That is her. Look, see her?
That's her. It looked like almost a little bit of Batman in there.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be badass. Love it that a woman's Captain Marvel.
2019, March 2019.
Jeez, we still have a long ways to go.
But you know what? It's not that far, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So see, now you know how the Avengers, how it tied up, what all this has been leading to. It's been leading to that.
Yeah, but still, where are all the other ones going to be? Just like old friends. So sad.
So sad. You gotta wait a year to see him again.
Well, I can't believe that we have to wait for that. I figured...
You want it now? I want it now,
Well, that
too.
there'd be something else in between.
No, they're trying to take their time. They're trying to space them out and do them right. I think it's...
One a year?
No, I think there's going to be 2 a year from now on.
Mm.
There's going to be 2 every year from now on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're gonna really incorporate all the characters and everything. Start bringing more parts of the.
I can't wait till they bring in the Fantastic Four and the Silver Surfer and Galactus. I can't wait for all that.
Yeah, Silver
It was
Surfer.
great. Yes, oh my God, the Silver Surfer.
One of my favorites.
Oh, yes. So, coming up next, what we're going to do is we're going to check out the Shazam trailer. That's right, Shazam. Shazam, the original Captain Marvel. His name was Shazam, and then that whole thing with Fawcett. So, for you, no time will have passed, but for us, will have watched another amazing trailer. Please stay tuned. So, my lovely young mother, what did you think of the Shazam trailer?
I thought it was awesome. It looks like at first that it might be a little creepy with the foster parents and stuff, but he was just freaking them out. But I love it. I guess
fun.
it looks like fun. I think that I guess because I like Chuck. I just can't believe how young they make Chuck look in here. He looks younger than when he came out in Chuck. But it's so cool.
So Billy Batson's this kid that goes in with this foster family, and he's got a foster sister and a foster brother that also will eventually get the same powers as him. He learns how to share his power.
Oh, wow. That's going to even be better.
Yeah, so it's... So the subway, like I was saying, that subway's the thing that's true to the comics. He was on a subway alone, I believe, going home. And he was summoned by the wizard Shazam, who is a wizard.
Yeah.
And it's like all the, every letter.
Did they show who the wizard was?
No, I don't believe so. The other person that the wizard gave his power to before Shazam was Black Adam. Black Adam, the person who's playing him, is The Rock.
Oh.
And he's been cast for like the past 3 years. So that Black Adam movie's supposed to be coming up, I believe, in 2020.
Oh my God, that's so far away.
Well, I believe they're going to start shooting it next year. So it's going to be one of those things that's going to be, like, they're going to crank them out as quick as they can.
Tell me that they didn't make him look super duper young.
I don't like, a lot of people don't like, and I agree, I don't like how the suit has muscles, but they're saying that it's more of a, they're saying that it's more of a, it's what a kid's idea of what a superhero would be.
Maybe you're right.
And, yeah, he's,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, he's just figuring out all his powers and
he's
what
charging
he can
people's
do.
phones until they explode. That's Dr. Savannah. Now, it's played by the same guy who is the Sinestro in Green Lantern Corps. His name escapes me. I'll find it in a minute. But, yeah, he's bulletproof. He's almost as strong as Superman. Like, he's on the same level. He's just a little kid. He's just a little kid, though. That's the only thing.
That's why he's just learning.
Yeah.
And look at these idiots.
I feel like Superman's so ruthless, though. If he's willing to snap General Zod's neck.
Well, he was kind of, between a rock and a hard place on that one. He had to do it because he had the mentality of power, and he was the only thing that mattered in the universe. And, Superman couldn't let that shit happen.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people are really confused on this DC universe because the DC universe is so dark. It's so dark and so mysterious.
But this one looks like a fun movie.
It does. It does look really fun, and it looks very... See, and that's, they picked a kid who's like a kid,
Yeah,
it's not like Tobey Maguire's trying to say Shazam or something, like...
Hey, I like Tobey Maguire.
And his brother, Tony Maguire.
And his brother, Tony. That's crazy.
So, yeah, but like I was saying, it would be interesting to see them fight, the Captain Marvel and Shazam. It's like, hey, that was my name. Like, not anymore.
I wonder if Shazam gives this little boy strength to not be disabled anymore.
No, if I remember correctly, it's some kind of spell or something like that, but he goes from having just 2 foster siblings to having 2 superpowered foster siblings and becoming like a superpowered family almost.
Wow.
But he's still disabled. How fucked up is that? Like Professor X. It's like you're the strongest telekinetic psychic in the world.
Yeah.
But you can't walk. It's like, I'd gladly trade all that psychic power in to be able to walk. It's like, no.
He did.
He did, exactly. That's what they did in the second X-Men movie.
Yeah.
Which was cool. But yeah, this stuff it's all 2019 that I'm showing you, but since we rewatched Avengers, I figured. And then it's kind of all lining up because Shazam, Captain Marvel, same name, kind of.
This looks pretty cool, though. I mean, I really wish you could see the face of the wizard.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll look up. I have this thing on my podcast where if I don't know something, I'll look it up later and try to let the people know. So that way
I can't believe how cool they made Chuck look. I mean,
cape, that cape in the hood.
He doesn't even have a shadow. He barely has like a 5 o'clock shadow. Like
he's like boyish.
Yes, exactly. No smooth skin. Look at that. I mean, perfection. Jesus.
Just through that barrier like nothing.
Yeah.
Through that pillar like nothing.
No.
He can fly, though. In the comics and in cartoons, he can fly.
Yeah, but he just doesn't know
He doesn't know how yet.
He's still learning. Looks pretty cool.
It's not too exaggerated, the muscle suit, but I mean, it's still a little bit more than I guess what we think. Yeah. I guess we're never going to see him out of that.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess he's just going to always be in that.
That was crazy. Excuse me.
So, by we I mean your friendly neighborhood Adrian Lozano here, just forced my mother at gunpoint to watch Deadpool 2, the unrated edition, or the super duper cut. That's it in the background there. And now, Mother, if you could do me a favor and let the people know what you thought.
I thought it was great. Very funny. Love what he did in the credits. He just does special things in the movies that makes you like him even more. He seems like he has a fun personality. But the movie was pretty good. I enjoyed it. What did you think?
Watching it again, I thought it was unique. What did you think overall of Cable? How did you feel about seeing Thanos?
Well, at first he was he seemed tough and rough, but then he became a softie. And people were upset at the beginning when they killed his wife because everybody likes her. But now that he's got, what is that?
The time travel.
No, but what do you call it when you're going to say something that they don't want to know?
Spoiler?
Okay, spoiler alert. He's gonna get the watch to be able to time travel and save everybody and be able to eliminate bad things, or try to at least.
Well, yeah. How did you feel about the famous killing baby Hitler?
I think he should have just did it and walked away. Especially knowing what he's done,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he should have just did it.
Okay, other than that, how did you feel seeing Brad Pitt in the movie?
I like that. It was just a few seconds, but I thought that's really cool of such a big star to do that.
And also Matt Damon in the makeup?
Oh my God, Matt Damon. He looks so good in being a hick. Hick, big old stomach, red rosacea face.
Oh, man. Zazie Beetz was good. How'd you feel about the Juggernaut fight with Colossus?
I liked it. I liked that the Juggernaut came out, I thought that it was kind of tacky the way they took him out, but I don't know. I like that his character came out.
Right on. I gotta say it, and then you got a taste of both versions. Would you definitely watch this again?
Yes. I just love Ryan Reynolds. I think he's great.
How'd you feel about him shooting himself?
Oh my God. I like that. I like that that they tied in some Wolverine. And I love all that. I think that's great when you can connect everything.
Fuck yeah.
And I remembered that movie, when he didn't die that easy. They had to cut off his head in order for him to die, if I recall.
And then I believe the post-credit scene on that one was his head was still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, he just kept shooting him. He just kept firing into him.
Yeah, he sure did. It was great, though. I really enjoyed it. I liked everything. It was funny.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, for all you mother-loving fans out there, you mother lovers, that concludes the portion of forcing my mother to watch things she normally wouldn't take the time to watch because she's got more important things to do. Da, da, da. Still working on that theme song, too. Try to get in as many as I can, to where I just am one long theme song. Wait, no, that sounds wrong. I'm a bunch of songs. I'm a compilation of songs, like all those people who we miss dearly. No, I'm not going to sing. I'm not. Not right now. Not right now. Maybe later. We'll do it live. All right, so, yes, did I say in a previous podcast, in fact, the Deadpool podcast, did I say I wouldn't want my mother to watch these things in the, super duper cut? When I asked her, see, it's easy to pronounce. I don't know what the big deal is. So I asked her, I asked her. I asked her. So I asked her. I say, you there with the mother. No, we checked out Avengers first because she hadn't seen it since we saw it together in theaters. So it was like one of those things where we had to rewatch it. It was just a must. Not like a musty smell, but a must, a necessity. It's one of those things you have to do. But so we checked that out, it was great to watch a lot of her reactions. Like, might sound creepy or whatever, but it's like when you know how something is because you've seen it, 7 or 8 times, then it really just becomes more of watching the person who you're showing. It's like, remember this part in the fight? It's like, yeah, I guess that's the geekiness of it. It's the geek aspect of it, to where you're geeking out on the person's reaction because, just like that's the whole, I guess, foundation behind reaction videos online and how they've become a thing now. And it doesn't matter what kind of reaction it is, whether it's pornographic or whether it's innocent. It's one of those things that people love reactions. It's, I guess it's emotions. I guess it's just seeing, because there are epic fail reactions where people are not happy to see what they're seeing or not happy to get what they're getting. And it's like, oh, why? But, yeah, it's part of that. Whatever the fuck that is. Are those emotions? Are they secondhand emotions? Where'd you get those? At the secondhand emotion store. Oh, if you're looking for great deals, come on down and see us at Secondhand Emotions. Oh, don't sue. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do. Ba-ba-da-ba. All right. So, yeah. Anyway, that was, it was cool having my mom in-house. Do I like that afterwards she asked me what else I had, and I mentioned that I had just gotten Deadpool 2, and she's like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh, did you want to? She's like, yeah. I was like, why did I mention it? But then I had asked her, I was like, I got the super duper cut, what would you like to see? And she's like, there's like a director's cut? And I go, something like that. It's like, there's more, stuff. She goes, I want to see that one. And I was like, all right. And so, thus we, it's like, I didn't think it would matter. I was like, you want the regular one or the, she's like, no, the other one. And I was like, really? Like, are you sure? There's nothing else you want to see? It was one of those, she, like I said, she very much loves the character and loves all of the comic book movies. So, of course, she wanted to see it. And, of course, I showed her the bloodier version. She's my mom. She wanted to see it. So, we got through that. It was an ordeal. No, she really liked it. It was just weird. I guess rewatching it again, and I guess soaking it in, the subtle differences that I was bitching about, or mentioning, was it definitely made the story a lot more cohesive. But like I said, there's still a lot of it was just alternate takes. You know, when it's stuff like does Dopinder ever find love versus is dubstep still a thing? You know, shit like that. You know, a lot of alternate takes. I still feel like that it could have been 6 things, you know, versus him just having 3 alternate things. Why not mention all 6 things? But whatever. Rewatching The Avengers, yes, it holds up. I think I said this the other day because I just rewatched it. I think I'm up to like 9 times non-commentary sitting through this movie since I've purchased it on Blu-ray, and at least 3 times on commentary. So I've soaked it in. I've very much soaked it in. But what I have not finished soaking in is the Captain Marvel trailer. Well, hello there. It's your friendly neighborhood Adrian Lozano, and if you're wondering, maybe
this is Chris. What's going on, man? Good to see ya, or at least you can hear from us. I just wanted to drop in. I'm looking at a pretty awesome explosion. It's almost like picture-worthy. Like I could take a picture of that and put it on my wall.
Stop screenshotting my explosions.
That sounded so dirty. Well, if I'm screenshotting it, that means you already sent it to me. So
That's right.
Stop sending me your explosions.
Never!
Nobody wants to see your explosions.
Everybody wants to see my explosions.
Just because you think something in your head.
If you tell yourself a lie long enough, you'll start to believe it.
Apparently you've been doing that. Kudos. I gotta give it up to a man who does not give up.
Never give up. Thank you for listening.
It's been a while.
Well, it's your friendly neighborhood Adrian Lozano, and we've removed those 2 drunks from the studio and taken their booze. Now, I have just thrust upon you, sir, the Captain Marvel trailer. Your reaction.
Awesome. I really like where this is going, and I really like seeing a
woman.
A woman. Yeah.
Taking fucking charge of Marvel. Feels weird, right?
It does.
Been any other ones?
It does, but dude, she has such a commanding presence. Like even in the trailer, like she looks like she can get the job done, whatever it may be. She looks like she could beat the fuck out of Samuel L. Jackson for sure.
I am positive she can, because that Kree strength is strong enough to fucking beat up Thanos.
Yeah, you want to see my Black Snake moan?
I just got it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, no, it looks great, man. I think that.
Any questions?
The one question I do have is because there's like a little flashback sequence in there where like she looks like she has like a past life that she's like sort of remembering, doesn't really know if it's her or whatever. So. What is her background? Like, she was a kid that grew up and then just, discovered she had powers? Or is it more like, she's always had the power and is just now discovering it or learning how to deal with it? Or how did she get her powers?
Okay, so the thing with her is that she actually wasn't born with her powers. She's a regular human being. And the original Captain Marvel was a guy. And she, I believe, was the secretary to his alter ego or whatever. And they were involved in a relationship in real life. And the thing about that is she actually got bombarded with radiation while, I believe, off planet. And that is what gave her her powers.
Off planet?
I believe so, because...
So she was abducted by aliens?
No, see, that's the thing about Captain Marvel. I believe it's off planet. It's been a while since I read that book, but I got it around here somewhere. But it's... Captain Marvel himself was a very powerful character, and he actually did die. And after his death came the Ms. Marvel, which is her original name, the MS, Miss Marvel. So the original Marvel, was he called Captain Marvel? Yes, sir.
Okay, and then she's going to be the new Captain Marvel.
She became, after his death, she being bombarded by that radiation, developed almost the same level of power as him. Very powerful. I believe it's the Kree Force. Yeah, because the Skrulls are the bad guys. So these are the Kree. So she takes up the mantle of Miss Marvel after he dies, and then the way that her powers developed is, like I said, it's a lot like the Green Lantern Corps, where there are other people of similar strength out there. And sometimes they work together, sometimes they don't, but mainly it's to focus on the saving of the universe. But it's a core of people with the same abilities, same power levels.
Gotcha.
And she is now inducted into that core. She is probably the most powerful female character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now that Scarlet Witch has passed on. So, because Scarlet Witch is powerful, dude. Very powerful. But they tone everybody down. In the comics, Thanos doesn't have to close his fucking hand. Once it's on his hand, he can work it. He doesn't have to fucking...
Yeah, he just has to think it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it happens.
Yes, sir. And that's amazing. But at the same time, Captain Marvel has, like, I would say the equivalent to a star inside of her. Like, not inside. That's... Whoa, I misspoke. But, like, she has the power of a star.
Within her.
Within her, yes. And the capability of going that, like, powerful. The only person who could really stand up to that would be, like, Thor. I mean, he's the god of thunder. He could take a dying star to the chest, or I guess the back or whatever, and still walk away from it. So he's fucking ridiculously powerful.
Yeah.
So, but this chick, and Brie Larson is the name of the chick who's doing it. She was in Trainwreck. She played Amy Schumer's sister.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, and I've seen her before. I just couldn't put a name to the face.
So now with every comic book and every movie, they always differ from the comics to readjust the story. None of this was present. The story took place in the 70s when she, was with him. It was that whole, I'm his girl or whatever. He's the hero. But this is really going for a 90s nostalgia feel.
Because it looks like,
It takes place during the 90s.
Okay, but it just looks like she just fell from the sky.
Yes, and she is from Earth. She is an Earth being, but she's got so much power now that it's almost like I've got more important things to do.
The military wants to harness it?
Well, no. She was in the military. It's Sam Jackson's with S.H.I.E.L.D. and S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
S.H.I.E.L.D.'s more of like, hey, you're a hero. We kind of want you on our side in case we get into shit because we're human beings and we keep pissing people off.
Yeah, and you seem like you'd be a good ally.
Please don't hurt us.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But it does seem like she was abducted, and I believe Jude Law, like you pointed out, Jude Law is in this, but he is not featured a lot in this trailer.
No, they literally just show him being like surprised or in awe or something like that.
My mom didn't even recognize him when, like, right there where he pops out. She was like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah, I recognize that jawline and that face. That face is undeniable. Like, he has something probably like reflecting in his eyes that made his eye color a little different, but that's definitely him. He has very distinct features.
But I believe he's playing I don't believe it, I know. He's playing Captain Marvel, the first one. I'm not sure if he's going to die or not, or if he's going to be going by that moniker. I mean, I'm sure he might have another name. I can't remember his real name in the comics. But,
okay, so he's Captain Marvel.
Yes, there was an original Captain Marvel.
She is going to be Ms. Marvel.
That's the thing. Notice how that trailer ends with it saying Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that he might not have the name. He might just be his regular name from the comics, which escapes me right now. But
if he's already dead...
He might die in the movie, is what I'm saying. He might die in the movie, and then that might be the thing that makes her leave Earth. And she's like, well, now that he's dead.
Like in the first 20 minutes...
Well, because remember at the end of...
Like in the first 20 minutes, it's all Jude Law, and then he dies, and then she comes back, or...
It could be. It could be.
Like
there's very little on the actual story.
Everybody's tight-lipped about it.
Yeah, but that's Marvel. That's Marvel. That's the way they are. I mean,
well, that's good, though.
Yeah.
I know you want to know everything right up front. I would rather wait. I honestly really like going into a movie and having a basic idea of what it's about, but not too many details, because I like to be genuinely surprised, because it's hard to be surprised these days. As far as because you've seen so many movies after a while, and I just like a fresh story. You know, I like the excitement of sitting in a movie theater and just
You sit in movie theaters?
Yes, yes.
Quick note to the listener: your friendly neighborhood Adrian Lozano has not sat down at a movie.
Since the last time you and I went to a movie.
It's been a couple of years. It's been a couple of years since I've actually sat down at a movie.
Well, most of the time sometimes you'll sit down, sometimes you stand up.
I think I'll sit down for a little bit and I'll get up.
Yeah,
I think so.
well, everybody's got their own way of watching movies. I mean, it's your experience, right? You paid for the experience, so
I paid for this experience.
you're running out of a brothel. This is bullshit.
The chicken wings are cold
Her vagina was purple, fucking purple.
and not in a good way.
Yeah, blue waffles is not enticing.
Oh wow.
I gotta say. Not that I've had personal experience.
Blue waffles. Oh wow. Okay, so before this gets too crazy, let's go ahead and wind this up. Okay, so like I was saying, the original Captain Marvel was a dude. Then it's Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel says, "Fuck this shit. Call me Captain Marvel. The dude's dead. What's he gonna do about it?" Now you call her Captain Marvel. And there's another Miss Marvel, but she's a little girl. She's a little Indian girl.
Oh, like Pocahontas.
No, other Indian.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Like Bollywood Indian.
Makala Kane? I'm probably butchering her name. I apologize if you share the name of the new Miss Marvel, but I'm bad at pronunciation. Okay, so, quick thing on names. Shazam, originally named Captain Marvel. Now, what I'm about to do, listeners, is show my good friend here the Shazam trailer. For you, no time will have passed, but for him, about 2 minutes would have passed, and you will finally hear what he thinks. After all these episodes, what he really thinks about
Shazam.
Shazam. Okay, sir, or ma'am, if you're listening, it is 2018, so you could be a sir, you could be a ma'am, you could be a little bit of both. I don't mind, as long as you're listening, I don't care. So, I just showed my friend the Shazam trailer.
Shazam!
Shazam! Exclamation point at the end, so you do have to yell it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how else are you gonna, transform into something else if you can't be serious about what you're doing and what you're saying?
Speaking of which, it's not a very serious trip. So,
well, yeah, it's got a lightheartedness about it.
Okay, so Shazam originally named Captain Marvel by the wizard Shazam. He gave him that power, same power that he gave to Black Adam, but Black Adam became corrupted and became a king of his own fucking...
Yeah,
that's separate. Anyways,
the
The Rock is Black Adam, you know that, right?
Yeah, he's a monster.
Okay, so can you imagine that guy fighting Shazam?
Yeah, that would...
It's not gonna end well.
Yeah.
But Superman helps him out.
It would still be cool.
Yeah, it'd be great. But, it's magic.
Sooner or later. Oh, magic? Really?
Yeah, it's magic. His whole premise is magic. It's all...
It's not superpowers?
No, it's magic. It's magic.
I thought you didn't like magic.
I do not like magic. My name is Adrian Lozano.
Yeah, but you like Shazam.
I do not like magic.
I think it's gonna be great. And I love his casual attitude about it. Like, oh yeah, I'm a superhero, babe. What's up? You wanna go on a date? Want my number? You wanna see what's under this cape?
You wanna help me pee? Because I don't know how to pee in this thing.
Yeah, I'm sure we can figure it out together. It'll be romantic. Yeah.
Right in my face.
Yeah.
So, Billy Batson, originally a 12-year-old kid going home on the subway, gets called up by the wizard Shazam, and gets bequeathed to his power, or not bequeathed, that's if he died. Anyway, inherits his powers from the wizard, and still continues to be a 12-year-old boy in the body of this superhuman being. And chooses to do the right thing because that's all his mind knows. As a youth.
But I thought he was a corrupted youth because, he's been from foster home to foster home.
He's a little jaded, but he's still optimistic. And that's the thing is
really?
They've taken the jaded thing a little bit farther here because, truthfully, Billy Batson's a happy-go-lucky kid. That's Billy Batson. Like, the real Billy Batson,
yeah, but
he's great.
Yeah.
He's a guy who will have a pet rat.
Yeah, but it ain't 1950 anymore. It's
No.
in 2019.
So he's got a little bit of an edge, but he'll still hit a kid in the face who's bullying his stepbrother
Yeah.
with a crutch to the face.
Yeah. I would love. I can't wait to see this movie. Honestly, it looks like. It's
Well,
gonna
both
be
of these
really
movies
good.
are coming out next year, 2019.
Yeah, this was my what the fuck moment. Is dude, like, how is the subway like being taken over by some wizard, and all of a sudden everybody disappears off the subway?
Which,
and...
think about it. If you were in a crowded place, and then you just like started checking your phone or whatever, and you look up and everybody's gone, I'd freak the fuck out.
Yeah, that would scare me, especially if I know that everybody around me was expected.
We're
to
real people that are on their way home, and
yeah, they were expected to be there. Like, we haven't stopped. Nobody's gotten off. Supposedly.
is this train going faster? Like,
Yeah, did I just fall asleep for 10 minutes, or what's the deal here?
so in the comics, Billy has two siblings. He has I believe, a sister that's the same age, a stepsister, and the younger brother. And the younger brother stays disabled even after Billy learns to share his power. And they have the Marvel family. The sister and the brother also become powerful. Brother stays handicapped, which is a little weird thing. I compared it to Charles Xavier. Oh, most powerful psychic in the world, but you can't walk, huh?
Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah. It's the choice, I guess, because in the movies they make it seem like, oh, if you just take the shot, you're good. No
Yeah.
more powers.
Yeah, it's true.
But that's not life. Oh, that was Dr. Savannah. We saw, what's his name? Mark Strong, the British Mark Strong, the very British Mark Strong.
With the one eye that looks different. So
Dr. Savannah was like a geeky, nerdy guy in the comics, so I figured they might go for a little bit of the jaded. If you look here, see how they've cut this up? He's holding beer, and then if you notice in this shot, he's holding a bunch of snacks.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Now, yeah, Shazam. His name is Shazam because they lost the right to fucking use the Captain Marvel name, originally created by Fawcett Comics. He was Captain Marvel for, I think, about a decade, and then DC caught wind of, hey, this black-haired guy who's super strong and muscly is just like our black-haired guy who's super strong and muscly. And they sued, and they won.
Oh, okay. So that's why the Captain Marvel, is really now a girl in the story.
Well, also two different companies, because there was a time where nobody was using that name, so Marvel's like, let's use it.
Yeah, let's just take this.
And then DC had no choice. They bought out Fawcett's character. They're like, we'll buy that character, and then we'll do whatever we want with it. They had to name him Shazam. And there was even a show in the 70s, I believe.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's an easy go.
Or it might have been a TV movie.
Because that's the superpower. Is just saying Shazam, and then he is this incredibly magical being, so to speak.
Yeah. He, like, I guess his weapon of choice would be like lightning.
Yeah.
Like lightning bolts are what you see a lot of in the comics. There's also like a lot of electricity. He's got a lightning bolt in his chest, but there's also like a lot of electricity that generates from him when he's punching and when he's flying.
Yeah, hence him like charging somebody's iPhone.
Yeah, your phone's charged. Your phone's charged.
Your phone accidentally blew up because I'm cocky.
And it was already 100%. So
yeah.
Because.
But no, it looks like a great movie. I look forward to seeing it. Yeah, have you seen the Aquaman trailer?
Yes, I have.
That one looks pretty dope too. A lot of CGI. I'm really hoping.
Redheads, right?
Yeah.
Gotta jump into the desert.
I'm really hoping that
that there's more redheads.
That story.
If you're a ginger, we love you.
I really hope that story holds up and is an interesting story because I mean cinematic value. It looks awesome. Oh, the whispers from Hollywood.
Look, I like the character, but I don't know how this is going to go. I mean, with these two characters in general, if you've got Aquaman and if you've got Shazam, I mean, if you're not gonna have Batman and Superman, I guess ride these characters out. Like, just keep bringing out new characters. Well, not new, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, telling new stories cinematically.
There's a rumor around the mill while we're recording this on the day of our Lord Galactus. What is it? Like the 21st, 22nd of September.
September 22nd.
Yeah, and whatever. And it's the rumor around the mill is that Superman is no longer Henry Cavill. That he's actually been let go by Warner Brothers for not appearing in the Shazam cameo that he was supposed to do.
Wow.
That's just the rumors around the mill. Now Warner Brothers talked to Warner Brothers and said, guys, release a statement that's vague. So they did.
Make your Hollywood apology like every.
No, they made a statement that was vague, saying we've always liked Henry Cavill and we think he's great. You know, along those lines. I'm paraphrasing.
That sounds like he's fired. That's what that sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me.
Again, I'm paraphrasing.
Because if I said that about I think
lean in, sir. Lean into that microphone.
I think I'm loud enough, and I think the listeners would agree.
As a guy who edits these podcasts, lean the fuck in.
I think that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, if I was talking about somebody who may or may not still be my employee, and I said we have always liked him, talking about him in the past tense, I'm pretty sure he's done. He's fucking done, man. He's done for. Henry Cavill sounds like he doesn't work for Warner Brothers. I could be wrong, but
that's the rumor going around the mill, just like when everybody was like, I don't know if Ben Affleck's still gonna be Batman, and then he went to Comic-Con and he's like, I fucking love being Batman. Again, paraphrasing. I think he did say fuck though. And then about a week...
He is a great Batman, I gotta give it to him.
I love his Batman. Michael Keaton's look will always be my favorite Batman look, but the fighting style of Ben Affleck's Batman makes me just drip in the panties.
Yeah, I really like both of them as Batman.
Oh, like the look of Michael Keaton. I know those muscles are fucking fake, but god damn it. It looks intimidating as fuck, that just black with the yellow, and it looks great.
And the small ears, you know, it makes him look more like his fist is made of stone.
Well, Keaton had the longer ears. They were in fact so long that they could not close the car. They had to go back to the fucking wardrobe department and get them to shave the ears down just so they could fucking fit in the Batmobile. Can you believe that?
Well,
true story.
It's a Camaro, you know.
Yeah.
So
I love that. What's your favorite Batmobile?
I'd have to say the Michael Keaton one.
Really? The first
Yeah.
one? Well, like,
Yeah.
I mean, the first one would be Burt.
Where the armor, the Batmobile armors itself.
The shield.
Oh,
shield.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's got to be it. And you know, the natural fire in the background. Not necessarily like super spray.
Oh, the jet.
Not like
jet propulsion.
Yeah, like I mean, it was spraying out the back. You know, with Val Kilmer and George Clooney.
Dangerous, I would say.
But,
almost like.
Yeah, but the other one was just like
Keep
good,
in
because
mind,
Batman is all about doing just enough to get the job done, getting done what he needs to be done, and doing it stealthily. You know, like he doesn't need to be, you know, setting trash on fire as he's driving over it. You know, he just needs to go forward. You know.
Would you say that? Okay, in comics they say Batman does not kill.
Well, yeah, there are comics where he actually does, but
as a consensus, that's his one rule.
yeah, that's his.
He does not kill. He does not use guns, give or take the writer
Like
or whatever.
the Joker tells him, you're gonna have to break your one rule.
Yeah, exactly. It's very true because he does not kill.
Yeah.
Superman kills.
Yeah, he will if he has to.
Yes, and that's one of the main reasons.
He will kill his nemesis.
Yeah.
Batman wants to see him in Arkham Asylum, you know,
Batman believes in second chances.
going crazy. And he also believes in rehabilitation. And I think part of it is that Batman feels, and I could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Batman feels like he has to be better than the person who gave him a reason to start being Batman in the first place. The man who killed his parents,
Jojo.
he feels like he needs to be better than that. And he needs to show people that there's a better way. And that's Batman's role. You know, it may not be the most popular idea At the
Thought of
time.
by what, a 10, 12-year-old, right as his parents lay dying in his arms. It's like, yeah.
But that's what it came to, you know, and that's how it.
That's when he made his decision. That's when Bruce Wayne died and Batman was born.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that I definitely think that Batman tries to shape his little corner of the world in the way that he thinks is best.
Well, that's the thing about going back to Shazam. Shazam's the same way. He won't kill. He won't. Like, you can't make him kill.
I will smash you to the floor, but I won't kill you.
See, now that's the thing is that, again, little kid Shazam, he's willing to beat someone up. Batman will cripple men. He will permanently
Disable him.
disable that man for the rest of his life. He's never going to run or do anything. Or his
You're
arm,
never gonna masturbate
his
again.
arm is just a sack of marbles now because Batman crushed it in like 4 fucking places and then fucking stepped on it. So Batman will horribly, horribly mutilate and injure you, but he won't kill you. Now, is that worse?
I don't know. I think
I mean-
that's a tough debate. You know, I mean, in any circumstance, that's something that man has struggled with for a long time. You know, is pain and injury and dehabilitation worse than death? You know, there are so many things that are much worse than death.
Yes, I agree.
For some people, being born
Oh, wow. I was going to say getting a viral infection, but yeah.
Is much worse than death.
Yeah.
Imagine being born with the incapacity to understand anything. Just being born with a mental disability that is so crippling that you don't even realize
Did you have it?
that you have it. Yeah.
That's scary. That's very scary.
Yeah, and there's literally thousands of people that live their lives like that every day. You know,
And if you're somebody listening who's taking care of someone like that, you know you're really doing like the best kind of work. Like really, you really are.
I mean, I can only imagine what that's like. You know, and I don't know. Like I said, that's a debate that, you know, has been, I'm sure philosophers, I tend to dabble a little bit in philosophy just as a hobby, but you know, what is worse, death or, honestly, I think death is way easier.
Death, some people feel like death is too easy. Like it's a release. Like
and like
because living is hard.
I know people, you know, that I've had the death penalty conversation with. Some people, they don't necessarily want the death penalty because.
By the way, our state does have the death penalty.
Yeah, this is Texas. Our state has an express lane.
Fuck you, we'll kill you.
Yeah, go to California or somewhere else and kill somebody. You come here. You come here to Texas
Play it out
and
in the
kill
courts
somebody.
for a couple years.
We'll kill you back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
and
you know
how?
some people, they don't want the death penalty because they feel like rotting in a cell for the rest of our life is worse, which I think Batman really thinks. He says it all the time.
Should Batman
You should be rotting in a cell for the rest of your life and have to live with that existence rather than me just break your neck or put or you know, have somebody else gun you down. I would rather see you suffering. And
You're making Batman to be a bit like a masochist or almost like.
but that is who Batman is.
He is all about pain. You know how he delivers justice? With a fist and a boot to the face.
He would rather see somebody rotting in a cell than see them executed.
Yeah, and that's 100% Batman. That is 100% Batman because he won't take a life. Like my Batman kills. My Batman uses guns because I feel like realistically you can't survive off throwing batarangs. If people are shooting at you, you have to shoot back or you will get killed.
Yeah, it's like
Doesn't matter how many people there are.
It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight, you know.
Still.
Yeah, like
Batman doesn't have a gun, but he has a grappling gun. You know, he has razor sharp fucking batarangs. He has smoke bombs.
Yeah, but I mean, if somebody's coming at me with an AR-15, I feel like I need something with that kind of firepower or better.
Oh yeah, also he's got machine guns on his car, on his fucking boat, on his fucking jet.
Why doesn't he have one on his hip?
I don't know, sir. I do not know. But he has them on every vehicle.
Because he wants to get in close and personal. He wants you to feel pain. And that's really what it comes back to. He wants to dispense justice through.
How'd you feel about him branding people? You saw that Batman Superman, right?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I
think that's definitely Batman.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, that really seems
Batman really he's called the Dark Knight for a reason.
Yeah.
He has a
You're lucky to live
after being
me,
on his bad side and being up close and personal.
You're lucky to get away unscathed. Like if you manage to run away while he's beating somebody else up.
Yeah, because if he gets a hold of you, he's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, and if he brands you in the process, well, then you shouldn't have been misbehaving.
I love the way Ben Affleck's Batman moves. His, like...
I like the way you move.
Yeah.
I like the way you
wow.
move. I love the way you move.
Okay, so going back to
Speaker Box. Everybody knows Speaker Box by Outkast. Oh my god. That was a good album.
We miss you, Outkast. We know that you guys are doing great in heaven.
When are you coming back?
From heaven.
Well, yeah.
Rest in peace, guys. Rest in peace.
Okay, so who do you like better? Captain Marvel, Shazam, or Doctor Strange?
Ooh, Lou, I like better for what?
Who do you like better as a character? Like the way they conduct themselves, their powers?
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel? You like Captain Marvel the most?
I like the alien aspect of it. I like it a lot more than magic, which is the other two cats that you fucking picked. You picked two magical guys and one fucking...
I thought it was relevant.
Oh, God. I do not like magic at all.
Yeah, didn't you tell me that you think Superman says it's a sin, or
he just thinks that anybody who uses magic is a weak person and they're wrong, and this is just Superman's belief.
And they deserve to be rotting in cell forever.
That's Batman. Batman's like, put him in a cell. And it's like, Batman, all right. Do your Batman voice. What's your Batman voice?
Hey guys.
Oh God. Get that guy out of here.
That ain't fucking Batman. No, but if my Batman voice would be like, hey man,
you got any weed? Hey man,
what's going on, bro? It's Saturday night. We're having fun.
Batman, I feel like you've changed,
dude. I realized that my entire life I was focused on other people,
my dead parents,
and now I'm focused on living my life the way it should be lived, with billions of dollars and lots of happiness.
What's the one Batman... This show's turned into a little Batman thing. Last Batman thing. What's the one Batman... I guess other than the Batmobile, we'll take that right off the table. What's the one Batman thing that you find most enticing? Like, what's the thing that you're like, oh, that's cool? Other than the Batmobile, because we both like the fucking Batmobile.
The fucking Batcave.
Oh,
when I was a kid, I wanted a Batcave so motherfucking bad.
I feel like the Batcave gave way to the opening up of the Man Cave, and where it's like, I need a sanctuary for me.
Yes.
Similar to the Superman Fortress of Solitude, where I need a place for me, which everybody wants.
But the Fortress of Solitude had kind of a...
And it was separated. It was on the fucking North Pole.
Yeah, it had like a majestic type of almost otherworldly feel to it.
A little alien.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, well, he is an alien, and that's where he's comfortable. But I mean, for Batman, like, he's like, you know what? Underneath my house, I have a Batcave where I have all this cool shit.
Who the fuck is he telling? Kal-El? Let me fucking... Hey, listen. Underneath my house, Clark, I've got
You would love it,
Who would he
man.
boast to? Like who? Like Batman doesn't seem like.
Batman doesn't boast to anybody.
You know why? Because he's Batman.
Yeah, Batman doesn't.
Batman's a shower, not a teller.
Yeah, he does not kiss and tell.
Oh no.
He does not show and tell. Batman is he's like a ninja. Like he goes and does what he does and he gets the fuck out. He doesn't stick around to parade himself around the media.
The cops are on their way. And
He's got to get out of there before the fucking cops show up. And I'm sure some of you know what that's like.
And if you're an officer of the law and you're listening to this, thank you for listening, but please don't arrest Batman.
Yeah, Batman definitely does whatever the fuck he wants to do.
And could you imagine if Superman was like that? They've been several stories, but just the attitude of like, well, I'll break your arm and I'll break your leg, and if you don't tell me what I want to know, you've got another leg and another arm, so I want to find out what I want to know.
Yeah.
That's Batman's way.
Well, I mean, I've heard George Reeves' Superman say, I will break every bone in your body if you don't tell me what I want to know.
And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, for listening, that is why I love Superman, because he does not fuck around.
Well, but, I mean...
That version of Superman, the George Reeves version,
Superman also will kill somebody, yes.
Like that.
Yeah, like, I mean, he probably could do...
Who's gonna know? What are they gonna do about it?
And what are you gonna do? I mean, he could literally smash you inside of the floor if he wanted to. You know, Batman will
break your arms and legs
and tie you up and leave you
for the cops.
And
but he
and show up at your trial.
But you will still be
Bruce
breathing.
Wayne and be silently laughing at you.
You know, there was a scene in.
Do you see Batman as that way, like following their case and just seeing, like, watching them suffer and go down the terrible path that he sent them down?
You know, I like your Batman, but there is actually evidence to that, and I'll tell you that evidence right now. In the, I was looking for...
As far as following your balloon.
You've got
to follow your balloon. I cannot wait until the next season of the Breaking Bad sequel, or prequel, Better Call Saul comes out.
Yeah. Big Mr. Show fans, here you're listening to big
Bob Odenkirk,
David
Cross.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Both
two
of those
guys
men are geniuses.
Yeah, I can't.
Don't stick your dick in this hole. Don't stick your dick in this hole. Don't stick your dick in this hole.
I really want David Cross to come out with another stand-up routine on Netflix, like he did with the last one. Was really good. It was so dark. It was like, oh my God, David, you sound so happy, but you're saying things that are so dark.
Yeah, that guy's
and
amazing.
It's awesome.
He's
it's
amazing.
awesome.
Both of those guys really have two different knacks.
Yeah, and I think they balanced each other out.
I think perfectly.
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk, he goes more the director side, and you can tell that even in Better Call Saul. Like,
that boy's
sometimes
smart.
a lot of the things that the character does, like, is something that a director would do. Like, he has this, at one point, he has a thing where he's advertising commercials
for himself.
Yeah,
because he's a lawyer, right?
Yeah, well, he's a lawyer, but at one point he gets his rights as a lawyer taken away,
which can't happen now,
for a year or whatever, and he's got like 6 more air spots, and you know that money is going to be a loss, so he makes a commercial basically saying, like, call me and I will make your commercial. You know, I will film you and I will crank out a commercial the next day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Also sounds like a very cool skit.
Yeah, it's really cool.
What episode was this or what?
It was, the majority of an episode was about this, he makes the commercial and he's trying to get other clients to, let me make your commercial. Let me promote your business. I can do this.
It sounds very Bob Odenkirk.
Very much so. And
putting someone else on the spot.
And, like, some of the stuff that they did to perform or make the commercials for his lawyer business, like they sneak onto a school ground and get a picture of like him with the big old American flag waving behind him up in the air, you know, and this is so and so. Call him if you need legal help, you know, like that kind of thing. And the way that he pulls it off is awesome. You know, very Bowfinger. Very Bowfinger.
Ah, yes. Bowfinger.
Yeah.
If you can watch Bowfinger and not want to make a movie afterwards, you are not a human being.
Yeah, it's
that inspirational. I really feel. Like
it's all about
dogs walking in high heels, baby. That's what it's all about.
Making it happen, and the rush of
getting it done.
And
we're really doing this.
Yeah,
we're really recording a podcast right now.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. And I really like both of those guys, and I like what they produce, man.
Oh my
really
God, yes.
Even if it's a fucking M&M's commercial, like I still like hearing David Cross's voice.
Yeah,
like,
he was the. Was he the caramel or caramel? Is it caramel or caramel? I don't give a fuck.
It's David Cross.
David Cross. I mean, other than that, like, I really don't give a fuck. I won't correct somebody on pronunciation. I'm not a dick like that.
I'm not gonna correct David Cross. He has the Chris stamp as far as I'm concerned. So seriously, man.
And it's a stamp that you can't wash out. Like
it stains.
It's a permanent stamp.
It's like beet juice.
Oh God.
on a white comforter.
Oh wow.
Like or a white carpet. Like it's not
a white shag carpet.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Definitely.
Oh my God.
Oh man. And
it's called The Point?
Yeah, The Point.
What's the point? What's the point, Chris? What is the point? Cartoon!
It was a cartoon that I saw when I was a kid. And basically it was this kid who was born... Because everybody else had a round head. You know, just a basic round head. And he had like a cone-shaped head.
Oh.
And he went off. He was ridiculed and sent off. And the song, you know, when he's leaving... You know, he's just leaving and he's...
On a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again.
Yeah, well, anyway...
That's not about him?
No, it's not. There's just a song that he's just talking about, you know, there's nothing out on this road but me and my arrow, and we're just going and going. It's me and my arrow.
I'm completely unfamiliar with... I'm starting to think he made it up.
No, I did not make this up. I don't know where you can find it, but the internet is a big place.
So, you are listening to the Adrian Lozano Show podcast. Can he talk? No, he needs to take a sip of his drink.
And then Chris is going to step in and tell you that you need to listen to Hopsin. Hopsin. Ill Mind. Illmind. The Ill Mind of Hopsin. 1 through 9. Any of those numbers of songs that you can listen to will change the way you picture the world that you live in. And if it doesn't, then you can go in or out. In or out, in or out. Oh, yeah. Anytime. This is what we're here for. To make things better for you.
You have been listening to the Adrian Lozano Show.
Hey, just one more thing, if I may, Mother may I, if I could I, would I, should I, doobie doobie, doobie doobie. Alright, okay, so anyway, my apologies to everybody who contributes money to my Patreon account for taking so long to produce a new episode. One day that'll mean something. It really will. By the way, if you would like to contribute money, you can do so by going to Patreon/Adrian Marcus Lozano and look for me there. I will be so grateful for anything you could do. The length and the girth of this episode is on account of it took a few days to recover after the initial meeting up with the second co-host, on account of we killed off 3/4 of a bottle of Genital Man Jack. I believe that's how it's pronounced, Genital Man. Double mellowed. Double mellowed? Listen, you need the mellow. In fact, you need the double mellow. But doctor, I can't change the laws of physics. You fucking get your double mellow ass over there. And the doctor's like, what? No. You mixed up the people in that. Are you still? No. I've never been. I mean, as a man from Texas, I can say Tennessee whiskey's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. Does the job it does. And there he goes with the accent again. That bastard. He's not a bastard. He's just double mellowed. Anyway, I've never had Gentleman Jack before. But boy, did it get us talking about Batman. Anyway, before I pump this one out, as I just now said, for real, I wanted to bring up a couple of things. So I really did enjoy the Shazam trailer and the Captain Marvel trailer, and I am looking forward to those. Other than that, we did discuss Batman, and there's one last thing I wanted to address before I post this. It's just become relevant to me, and it's a comic book I now might keep my eye out for, just because the new plan is to censor it in the I think it's Batman Damn #1. That's not me jerking it. That's my cat scratching her ear. That's the story we're gonna go with. There's a shot of Batman's dick. So if you haven't seen Batman's cock and you want to see Batman's cock, check out Batman Damn issue #1. The only thing is, if you have to pick it up paperback on account of they're digitally they're removing his penis. They digitally removed Batman's penis. And I couldn't produce the podcast without talking about Batman's penis. I felt like it was important. My cat brought it to my attention. I'm losing my voice over it. And I'm just doing this for you, folks, for your benefit. You owe it to yourself to see Batman's penis. It's about goddamn time. Look at it! Or you could be lazy and Google it or whatever, I mean, it's out there, folks. It's out there.
Thank you very much for listening.
Hopefully you enjoyed this show, and if not, well, I don't really care. But if you did enjoy it, then I would like to hear from you. You can send me a dirty message, maybe even a little garbled, I don't mind, to the Adrian Lozano Show at gmail.com. You can also hit me up on the gram at Adrian Marcus with a K, Lozano, not all one word, as well as at Marcus Lozano, Marcus again with a K, on the Twitter. Thank you so much for listening, and enjoy the rest of whatever it is you are doing.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor.